I mean, basically, I came up with the idea through me during Camp Lead one day. We went on our first road march, and me and Gadzik were kind of just joking around, and I said, well, hey, we should road march to Blue Springs, and just to see if we could actually do it in one day or whatever, and then like later on got to thinking, and just kind of went from there. And then I got I got some input and some ideas from a few other folks, and then it became the road march to the Doughboy, and then it became the road march for the Doughboy on the July 4th weekend, and then we decided to do it to raise money, and I mean it just kind of snowballed downhill into what it is now.
We like the idea though. It was for the Doughboy. It was something unique that nobody had thought of, nobody's done before, so we definitely want to be part of it.
And Casey Molino came up to me and David Kalinowski asking us if we wanted to do a march for the Doughboy, and I just said that'd be cool. And
we fired up about this whole thing, and that was like 2 weeks prior to the actual march.
A couple of the other cadets coming to me and asking, if I would be interested in road marching for the Doughboy.
Casey Molino from Blue Springs, 18 years old, rode at Liberty Hood.
Joe Gaznick, Omaha, Nebraska, 17 years old, rode Liberty Hood.
Robert West, 22 years old, Waynesville, Missouri.
David Kalinowski, 19 years old, Dallas, Texas.
It's early.
Matt Rosen, O'Fallon, Illinois, 19 years old, rode a Liberty Hood.
Oh, gee, how far away is that water tower? And of course, somebody would say, oh, that's gotta be the end. That's gotta be the end. And then 3 hours later, we're like 2 miles past that last water tower, and there's no end in sight.
Good job, gentlemen. Woo. Excellent job.
First day of the Liberty Road March is probably the hardest because you had to take that first step.
Day one, the heat affected everybody. It was hot.
First day was all countryside. It was the worst day. It was the farthest, nothing to see but corn.
I just remember seeing the sign Buckner 4 miles, so I was just like, oh, my feet are not going to make it.
It's really just walking. I mean, you're going to get blisters.
It was my negativity that made us make it through the first day.
Now you promised us 1 mile.
Told everyone, hey, watch the news, we're going to be on the news.
Cadets from Wentworth Military Academy and Junior College in Lexington are making their way on foot to Kansas City. They'll spend the night tonight in Independence before taking the final leg tomorrow.
The cadets are marching to raise money to restore their campus's Doughboy statue. Right now the statue is on loan to the Liberty Memorial Museum to raise awareness about its plight. The cadets will also man a booth at Spirit Fest tomorrow to help raise even more money. They say it will take about $30,000 to restore the 80-year-old statue.
Second day of the road march was a lot easier than the first day. We had a lot of cars and a lot of people waving and honking their horns.
Like while we were on the road, though, all the extra calls that we got, I mean, that really helped to motivate us.
Dairy Queen West restaurant, and we just asked to use the restroom, and they wanted to pay for our food, and they gave us whatever we wanted.
The second day when we hit Independence, it was awesome. People were honking, people were helping us out.
Group 10, preset, horse.
We saluted the Harry Truman statue. That was probably one of the biggest highlights of our journey.
It was great publicity for the school.
Again, the damage has been done. What we talk about, everything. In fact, the third day we ran out of things to say. We were just kind of moving along and laughing at each other because of our limps.
Probably how horrible conversation gets after about 20 miles of marching.
I'll do the one in the hotel. $20.
And people were clapping. It was just awesome. It pumps you up. You'll be ready to go. It was awesome.
Got onto the grass, us five were walking towards the stage because everyone was cheering us on.
Military Academy, they've been on a 45-mile road march, road hike. They're coming down the mall there. You kind of give it up for them if you would, please. This is the future of the military, such and so forth, helping us out here on the 4th of July. Now to refurbish the Doughboy statue that's on display in the East Museum here at Liberty Memorial. Want to have a big hand for these cadets as they are bringing out their best on the nation's birthday.
Preset, horse. Order, horse. Preset, horse. Order, horse.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. Okay. Thanks,
It was like, oh, look at that guy.
You get 8 of them.
He's got a lot of
First sergeant. He must have confiscated it for some of his guys or something. Probably that's right. Somebody selling them.
The emotions were cool because everybody made it.
This is the true story. A true story.
4th of July is all about. A lot of people out here having fun. You can see different booths behind me. You can hear a little music in the background. But we're here at the Liberty Memorial because of some guys we met hiking through the streets of Kansas City today. Step by step, stride by stride, these 5 cadets have marched from Wentworth Military Academy in Lexington, Missouri to Kansas City. Step by step in the heat, stride by stride, they've traveled 44 miles.
Once we get in our groove, we're unstoppable. We don't even want to stop once we get into a groove.
All to save the Doughboy.
We're doing it to raise money to get our Doughboy back on campus. It's a World War I memorial, and it's a tradition down there at Wentworth.
Their grueling trek is expected to raise $30,000 for the statue, which is housed inside the Liberty Memorial in Kansas City. The memorial is also the finish line for these soon-to-be soldiers. The Doughboy is housed inside to slow down the statue's deterioration. Money from this march will be used to restore the bronze statue, which honors the fighting doughboys from the First World War. These guys are using the experience as a way to prepare themselves for their future. Casey is heading to Fort Benning at the end of July. David Kolonowski expects his commission next year.
Knees hurt, shoulders hurt, boots, killer. Definitely the feet. I mean, it hurts.
Despite the heat, despite the miles, this is a mission these guys say that's well worth the pain.
Oh, it makes us feel great. It makes us feel real good.
Now, I caught up with those guys back here at the Spirit Fest just a short time ago. Very proud of their accomplishment, very wiped out as you can imagine, and they're going to spend the rest of the night enjoying Spirit Fest and the 4th of July. Kevin Peterman reporting live at Spirit Fest.
They certainly deserve it, Kevin. Thank you.
My parents came down from O'Fallon, Illinois. They were really proud, and even my mom cried. Go on stage, and also we were showing the colors, and we were going to do the national anthem for them.
Good evening, Kansas City! On this beautiful summer evening, celebrating our 20th anniversary of Spirit Fest, would you please welcome the mayor of Kansas City, Missouri, Mayor Kay Barnes. As I mentioned before, the cadets from Wentworth Military Academy marched 44 miles, culminating their journey at the East Museum of the Liberty Memorial. Would you please welcome, presenting your national colors, the Wentworth Military Academy Color Guard. And now we feature the cadets of Wentworth Military Academy culminating their journey today. Yeah! Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is Megan King. How about Kansas City, the Wentworth Military Academy Color Guard and Cadets?
To see how it formed from one kid's idea to what it turned into was just awesome. It goes to show what one person can do if they really want to.
The people in the different towns were honking and saying thank you and God bless America.
I think as a group we wanted to accomplish was finishing.
I've always wanted to give something back to the school.
I was doing it for the doughboy, and I wasn't doing it for somebody to clap for me or anything else.
Finally reaching the Liberty Memorial, there was a sense of pride that just shot through all five of us. I mean, you know, all of us, we couldn't believe that we did it.
An extreme sense of patriotism. I mean, just doing what we were doing.
One was when we were all walking on the grass and everybody started clapping. That was awesome. That was definitely cool. That and then when we actually saw the doughboy and saluted it. Those are the two biggest memories of the whole thing.
You know, the cause that we did it for, I mean that's definitely going to be an all-time memory because, I mean, every time you come back and once the doughboy's back up in place, you're going to see it and be like, yeah, I helped out with that.
I felt just great doing it for the school.
We made it, people were happy, everybody was proud, and it was a mission accomplished.
Just motivating me and telling me I could do it.
Knowing that you did your part, you know, and you did your fair share to get that thing back.
I've never done anything this big in my life.
Cadets that went to the school died and died, the ultimate sacrifice. They died. I mean, if you think about it, it's as serious as it gets. And so when you walk by that statue, it's as serious as you can be. It's not just for World War I in my mind, it's for anybody in war.
I thought of the 16 alumni that lost their lives in World War I. They must be really happy that the youth of their country feels this way towards veterans of war.
And at the same time, taking steps to gain a statue for their school. Fox 4 photojournalist John Hyduke takes you along with the cadets from Wentworth Military Academy.
1776, the birth of our nation over 200 years ago, those founding fathers had a vision, and we fought for that vision through the centuries and through the decades, through World War I and World War II and Korea, Vietnam. There's no doubt people today are much more patriotic, and I think the Gulf War brought out some patriotism, but since 9/11, I think there's been more of a keen awareness of what our military can do and they're trained to do. They've performed in an exemplary manner. People getting together, having family picnics, and getting together with loved ones, celebrating the day, and 4th of July for Wentworth is about spirit and about the country. The cadets are actually trying to raise money like a walkathon and getting pledges. What they're doing is marching from Lexington, Missouri, from our campus up here to the Liberty Memorial, and they've marched 20 miles the first day, 15 miles the second day, and then another 10 or 12 today to the Liberty Memorial, where they'll present a guidon, a special flag, to our statue up there in remembrance of the 16 Wentworth cadets that were killed in World War I. It's really a link with the past. I think our founding fathers would be very proud.
If you're going on this march, take care of your feet.
The first day, I would have avoided blisters if I'd known how to tape my feet, and probably had the nurse tape my feet instead of doing it myself.
The one thing that I will definitely remember always about Gasnick is he is the only guy in the entire world that I think that could go through 44 miles and not have a single blister on him.
I just caked about probably an inch of foot powder in my boots every morning.
Do it with some people that you get along with, and some people that you respect.
For all 5 of us, that's a bonding experience that all 5 of us are never going to forget.
Have fun, be safe.
It's 12 days after the march and my feet are still killing me.
I hope whoever does follow in our footsteps 20 years from now, deserves it.
You want to leave a legacy alone before you leave. Not everybody can do that. It's a hard thing to do.
I think it should be people, that actually care about the school.
All the Marching Fives need to know that this is not something that anyone gets to do.
When they go on it, I hope they do a better job than me.
You better not fall out, because you are representing Wentworth. You are by far the best Wentworth has to offer.
If you do this, not only are you helping out your school, you're making your family proud, and you're doing something that'll be memorable for the rest of your life.
Train hard. Your feet will be hamburger when it's finished. We actually got a whole lot of money from alumni.
Once we bring it back, it's going to stay for you for the next 100 years.
I'd say pull out your checkbooks and write me a check.
Okay.